Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Much better, thank you. Want to welcome you out to Nolan Middle School this morning, November 16th, 2022. And this is the grand opening for a new program that we have at two of our middle schools in Manatee County. And it's the Garner Holt Education and Imagination Program. So welcome, everybody. Let's give a round of applause. My name's Paul Gansmer. I'll be the MC for today, so I'm going to kind of take us through the program. But what we want to do today is discuss the program and how it touches students and how it touches lives. So what I'd like to do is open our session by doing the Pledge of Allegiance. So if you would, please stand and face the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. What I'd like to do first is introduce our guests that we have. So we have guests on stage, and we do have guests out in the audience as well. So let me go ahead and go through our stage personnel first. So first, what I'd like to do is introduce to you Bill Tynan. Bill Tynan, please stand and wave. Everyone welcome Bill Tynan. Bill Tynan is with Garner Holt Productions, and he's here to be able to speak on behalf of Mr. Garner Holt, who was not able to be here today. He did have some business that had to be taken care of. He sends his regrets that he's not able to be here, and I'll let Mr. Tynan talk more about that later. So thank you, Mr. Tynan, for being here. Our superintendent, Ms. Saunders, was not able to be here today, but we do have our deputy superintendent, Mr. Doug Wagner. We also have our illustrious principals from each of the schools that will be receiving this program. So we have Ms. Ann McDonald from Sugg Middle School. And we have Mr. Scott Cooper from Nolan Middle School. We do have many teachers that are part of the program. So we have two on stage, but we also have some out in the audience that we want them to be able to wave as well. So from Nolan Middle School, we have Mr. Chris Robinson. We have Miss Lindsay McKinnon. And we have Mr. Dominic Baganu. From Sugg Middle School, we have Mr. Dale Smith. And Miss Karen Meinberg. In our audience, we have some special guests with us today. We have Carol Kalinda, who's from Representative Tommy Gregory's office. So welcome, Ms. Carol. We also have Sally Sheely, and she's with Congressman Vern Buchanan's office. Want to thank you both for coming out today and representing. We also have many people from our district staff who's here to support the program in many different ways from the academic side as well as the career and technical education side. If I could have the district staff please stand and wave as well. Thank you very much. What I'd like to do next is we have an important video to be able to show you that will give you a 4-minute view into what the program is, why it exists, and where it came from. So what I'd like to do is point your attention to the TV screens at this time to be able to see the short video about the history of the Garner Holt program.
Hello, friends and dreamers of all ages. I'd like to tell you a story about audio animatronics. Audio animatronics bring amazement and magical entertainment to theme parks all over the world. These highly sophisticated characters require feats of conceptual digital design, creative engineering, manufacturing, programming, and visual and performing arts to produce the illusion of life and suspend disbelief. As a young dreamer tinkering in his parents' garage, Garner Holt knew his destiny was to create the wondrous and captivating mechanical figures he'd seen on his first trip to Disneyland. More than 50 years later, the complexity, artistry, and wonder of animatronics has advanced with the help of some of the most creative minds in the world. Today, Garner Holt Productions is the world's largest manufacturer of theme park animatronics in more than 35 countries on 6 continents. Looking back, Garner attributes so much of his success to teachers who allowed him the freedom and flexibility to learn in the ways that he learned best, and in the direction that his imagination and creativity was leading him.
You know, I started on a single card table in the garage, and now we have hundreds and hundreds of tables, and we have all kinds of machinery and equipment, and we do the things that we do. But the heart of all of this, the most important thing, are the staff and the employees that do what they do. I have about 70 of the most talented animatronic creators in the world. There's so many different things. If you start with, you know, creating the design for a figure, you basically start with an artistic concept and creative design. We grow and mill the character or sculpt the character. We go through plastics, figure finishing, skins, we have body shells. We do mechanical production for the frameworks and structures. Electronic department gets involved to where the electronics are done to create the character's functionality and movements. There's programming involved, there's costuming involved to put an ultimate costume on the character, voiceover work, props, staging, lighting, sound. So there's so many things involved with the character that maybe, you know, 40 or 50 different disciplines to create an animatronic figure. I think the important thing is that an animatronic figure, if done well enough, it brings out some form of reaction. And what's amazing is, you know, here's a figure who is a mechanical plastic figure and speaking in the words that Lincoln spoke, and you would have the audience break out into tears. And they're looking at him as the president. They're not looking at him as a plastic machine. They're actually becoming emotional listening to Lincoln's speech. That's the kind of thing that's important to me, you know, something that brings out an important emotion. I think we've succeeded in entertaining when we do that.
Garner Holt Productions, currently a 70-person company, has created thousands of characters for audiences around the world. Garner's story is one of inspiration, imagination, entrepreneurship, and innovation. And today, the company he founded, while still in high school, has expanded to include an education division dedicated to supporting schools and school districts in reaching their educational goals. Garner Holt Education Through Imagination is a STEAM learning and career exploration company inspired by the work of Garner Holt Productions and the story of Garner Holt. Seamlessly intertwining science, technology, engineering, art, and math, animatronics are an exceptional vehicle for students to discover and explore interests, talents, and passions steeped in a world of imagination and storytelling magic.
We hope that you enjoyed the video to give you some background on the program. So about a year ago, we had representatives from Garner Holt come out. Bill Tynan was one of them. And we had a chance to give them a tour of some of the schools that we have in our district: elementary, middle, high school, and our technical college, Manatee Technical College. And we try to show what we do with STEM and the innovations that we already have. And I think it sparked in them, wow, this could be a great thing to be able to have this in Florida and Manatee County. And I'll let Mr. Tynan and I'll let Mr. Wagner be able to expound on that more. The great thing about this is that the students are learning many, many skills to be able to put this together as a presentation. So as you watch it, just think about the different parts it takes to put this together. It takes doing a lot of video. It takes a lot of audio and sound, voiceovers. It's basically an actor, so you have to write a script. It's story writing. It's also lighting, as well as manufacturing, and putting together costuming and to do art. So it really is an interdisciplinary unit that the students can use at the school to where many students can touch it no matter what program they're in. So it isn't just one program that touches it, it's many different school programs that can. And it leads to skills that leads to many careers that not only our community, but through the state and the nation is going to be needed. And so the students who learn about this can use those skills to be able to get jobs. So the district vision is, this is stage one to where we have it at the middle schools. We're looking at doing another one that's called the Songbird to be able to have that in the elementary schools to get elementary students interested and on board with those skills. They would take those skills, go to the middle school level, which is what we have right here, and then we want to expand it to the high school level. There's also a chance to be able to do some things with medical, and we have some middle schools and high schools that do a lot with the medical field as well. So we're really excited about this being the stage one. Garner Holt team came out this past 2 weeks to be able to put in the new labs. So we have a new lab at Sugg Middle School, and it's at the actual new school building that isn't really open until January. So Sugg students, we're excited for you to not only get a new building, but the new program when you're there. And with the Nolan students, your lab you have seen is across the hallway, and we're going to get a chance to see that today as well. So what I'd like to do is turn it over right now to our Deputy Superintendent, Doug Wagner. Please welcome Doug Wagner.
Very good. Thank you, Dr. Gansmer. Yes, good morning. Our superintendent, as Dr. Gansmer had mentioned before, is in Tallahassee for a meeting, but she does send her congratulations on everyone who's here today in this program. So, why Garner Holt? You know, why Garner Holt at Sugg? Why Garner Holt at Nolan? So before we get to the why, we want to get to the how. So in 2018, and then again in 2021, the citizens here in Manatee County passed the 1 mil referendum. It was an extra tax that they voted for, and the funds were used to increase the student day by 30 minutes for all students at all levels, to enhance teacher salaries so we could be more competitive with the surrounding districts, and also to enhance and expand career and technical education, STEM, and our STEAM programs, because that's what we're here for today. So, you know, Manatee County has a long history of working with business and industry, and the Garner Holt program is one. It's one of the first in Manatee County, of course, but it's also the first in the entire state of Florida. So it is a huge deal. Give yourselves a round of applause for being the very first in the state. So why is this important? Why is it important? Well, if you look at the jobs that are open, there's almost 11 million jobs open in the United States alone. 11 million. According to the Labor Market Statistics Bureau, that number continues to increase every single year. So this animatronics-focused program allows our students to work collaboratively, so where you're working together to solve real-world problems. You're controlling electronics, servos, actuators. Lots of different things go into these animatronics. Our students are learning transferable knowledge, transferable skills. You know, one of which, of course, it bleeds over into the visual and engineering areas, as you saw in the videos today. It could just as be easy to be learning in the manufacturing and engineering areas, because the same processes that you see right here on the side with Sparky are also used in manufacturing and automation. So here's some facts. The United States alone, will need 140,000 new engineers. They're going to need 165,000 new computer programmers. Manufacturing and the automation area alone is almost $300 billion annually. That is huge. There are so many career opportunities from going through this program in your future. It truly is endless. You know, this program makes learning fun. It applies math, science, and creativity to solve real-world problems through animatronics. Our students will be better prepared for the future because of this partnership. So I want to congratulate each and every one of our students here, and also congratulate both of our schools, Sugg Middle School and Nolan Middle School, for being the very first in Manatee County and the entire state of Florida. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wagner. What I'd like to do is invite up both the principals from both of the schools, and that way they can greet you and let you know how they feel that this program is going to really help their schools and their students. Mr. Cooper, Ms. McDonald, could you please come on up?
Good morning. I'm Ms. McDonald, principal at Sugg Middle School, and I'm honored to be here this morning representing my students, my staff, and my community. And I'll tell you now that from what all you hear about this program, it gives our opportunity for our kids to have another program within a school system that can help them and enrich their lives. So it gives them an opportunity to see beyond middle school and see where I can be in the future. So most of these students select to be in these classes because they have passionate about the pathways in which they want to go. So I am honored and thank you, Garner Holt, for the opportunity for Sugg Middle School to be one of the first schools in the state to participate in that. We look forward to the partnership when we move into our new building. We look forward to our kids allowed to be integrated within all the curriculums and learn and be enriched by the program. So once again, thank you, Garner Holt, for selecting Sugg Middle School as one of the schools.
And good morning. My name is Scott Cooper. I'm the proud principal here at NOLA Middle School. And to echo what Ms. McDonald said as well, we're just looking so forward to these great opportunities for our students here at Nolan. As Mr. Wagner mentioned before about the job market and how the world is changing, we also have this belief in school as well that we're preparing our kids for jobs that don't even exist yet. We don't know what's coming out in the future, but these are the type of skills that students will be able to take with them and carry them forward into high school, college, vocational, and career-wise, which will make them be able to contribute to their society. I also want to thank Garner Holt. The partnership has been a great experience so far. I hear nothing but great things from the teachers who've gone out to training at your studios in California this past summer, as well as the training that you gave this week. I also want to thank our district leadership, specifically Ms. Saunders, Mr. Wagner, Dr. Gasber, for bringing this program here. And as well as want to thank the school board for approving it as well. So I look forward to the great products our kids are going to produce and look forward to seeing just the excitement in their eyes and what they're going to do. Thank you.
Thank you both very much. What I'd like to do is introduce to you a couple of our teachers to be able to speak about the program. They may even speak to you about the training that they had in California over the summer. So I'd like to bring them up, Mr. Chris Robinson and Mr. Dale Smith.
Hi, I'm Dale Smith. I work at Sugg Middle School. I'm the engineering and technology teacher. I just am here to thank you guys for the unique opportunity that Garner Holt has put together for us, that the community, that our leaders in the educational system have put for our students to be able to engage in something that they have not yet been able to engage with. Everyone has been talking about all the different opportunities that this is going to bring to our students. I am passionate about what we do in the classroom. This is only going to better everyone's education from middle school into high school and open up different pathways for them to succeed. Thank you for having us. Thank you for setting this up, Garner Holt. We look forward to getting started once we get into our new building in January, and we will have lots to show you in the future.
Hi, my name is Mr. Robinson, or Chris Robinson. I work here at NOLA Middle School, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to partner with Garner Holt. You guys have been amazing. Our experiences out in California were excellent. We came home raving about it, the best PD we've ever had, professional development training we've ever had easily. And I just wanted to echo those sentiments, this idea that giving something new to the kids, something new that they can have. And when Mr. Cooper came to my room, I remember his 12:45, fourth period last year in April, saying, hey, you're going to do this. And I was like, what's this? And he explained it, and I was like, oh? And then I flew out to California. It's been a whirlwind ever since. And the projects that these kids are already putting out, and they feel like they haven't done much, but what they've done is incredible, and it's amazing to show. Being able to mix engineering and my passion, which falls more into video production and film production, and being able to merge things, it's giving kids who never would have thought to be in any programs like these the idea that maybe I could do this for a living. And while I might be here at the middle school setting, inspiring them to go off and do something even greater than they could have imagined is just a privilege that Garner Holt has given to us, and we are very thankful for here at Nolan Middle School. So I'd like to say thank you again, School District of Manatee County, for giving us this opportunity, Garner Holt for this opportunity, and my kids, thank you for giving me the opportunity to try to show you how to make these things work, and we look forward to showing you guys what we've put out. Thank you.
Thank you, teachers. We appreciate that. One of the neat things is that to be able to produce this and to do this, what we hope to do in Manatee County is to just keep growing and growing and communicate with schools that are doing this in California. So the program does exist in California, so we're really the first on the East Coast of the United States. And what we hope to do is to just keep building and making it better from year to year to be a model that as Garner Holt education goes through the United States, that people would come to us to be able to see what we do here in Manatee County. So that's one of our goals that we'd like to do. So if I could, we're going to invite 3 students up. These 3 students are from Nolan Middle School. Nolan has had the program just with the Sparky themselves, that's the robot, since the beginning of the year. So they just got the lab put in this week. So they're going to be all excited about going from there. So as I announce the student's name, they'll come up to the front, and we'll have all 3, and they'll share their views as well. So I'd like to invite up to the podium Juliana Fuchetto, Cohen Stoltz, Vincenzo Pino.
Hi, everyone. I would really like to say how many opportunities you can get from this program. I really personally love this program. I've been in the news multiple times. I love to be in this program. This is amazing what Garner Holt has brought to us, especially from our teachers and how they taught us how to use these. This is an amazing program. I cannot stress that enough. We've been working on a special project that all of our class and my classmates are doing a really great job in, and I'd really like to say thank you to Garner Holt.
Hello, my name is Juliana Fuchetto, and I'm part of the film production and animatronics class. The reason I joined this class is because I love to act and create films, so I knew I would enjoy this class. Plus, you even get to control the animatronics and make cool videos with them. I'm very excited to start with this animatrobes class, and I hope you will too.
I'm Cohen Stoltz. I was previously in this class when it was just film class, and I really love cameras. So being able to film the animatronics and film what we've created is something really awesome, and I believe I have the capability to be in careers with cameras, and I really think this is a awesome step in the right direction for our school.
Thank you, students. Did they do a great job? Awesome, awesome. What I'd like to do now is to first thank Garner Holt Productions as well as the education team that's here for all that they've done to support us, and they know that we're not done with them, but we're going to continue the partnership and we're going to build and build and build. So at this time, I'd like to introduce to you Bill Tynan. He's with Garner Holt Education Through Imagination. Mr. Tynan.
Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's great to see you here. Thank you for joining this celebration and recognition. So I, too, would like to begin by echoing so much of what has been said today about the significance of the grand openings of these 2 program installations at Nolan Middle School and Sugg Middle School. It really is an exciting day to be here in Manatee County. And I have to tell you, we've come from Southern California, and not a lot of people out there realize that there's another West Coast, but we do now, and we're taking that information home with us. Oops. So it truly is an honor to be here with you. And the truth is that I'm not here alone. 2 other members of our team are with us here today. And they actually arrived here in Manatee County on November 8th, a little over a week ago, to begin the installation process. And so I'd just like to recognize them for their hard work and commitment, being away from home for a week. And those 2 individuals are sitting right up front here. They're Mr. Jordan Greenstein and Mr. Scott Nevin. And like a couple of others today, I think it's important to think about and share with you how this began and what's brought us to the point where we are now. I had the opportunity to first connect with Dr. Wagner a little over a year ago in the early fall 2021, where we began a conversation and an exploration about the different work that we were each doing within our organizations. And then an unexpected opportunity presented itself to travel to Florida a short time after that. And so there we were, only 1 month later, here in Manatee County, for what will become a day-long Cadillac tour of several Manatee County public schools. And that tour was led by Dr. Gansimer and Ms. Kennedy. And it really was an opportunity to observe so many of the programs you have in place here, and to really see how so many of them truly embody a K-14 career pathway mentality. And by K-14 students, what I'm talking about is beginning career exploration in elementary school. Not so you decide as kindergartners or first graders exactly what you want to do with the rest of your life, but where you can begin to dip your toes into different waters and start to really think about what it is that interests and excites you. At Education Through Imagination, and we are the education division of Garner Holt Productions, as you learned in the short video this morning. And as a team of former public school educators ourselves, we believe in the power of this approach to teaching and learning. And this is why I believe we have connected so well with the school district of Manatee County over the course of this past year, and why we are ultimately here today celebrating the launch of this dynamic and innovative program that we truly hope will eventually reach all Sug and Nolan middle school students. You know, a lot of gratitude has been expressed to us for the programs that students will begin to work with here, but really the gratitude is all ours. For you, for the community, for believing in this work, for taking a chance on it. And so we feel so fortunate for the opportunity to help bring these kinds of experiences to the students of Manatee County, to you all, and to do it through educational animatronics created by the world leader in the production of these figures. And I know you know a thing or two about theme parks out here in Florida. So I do want you to know that Garner is sincerely disappointed that he was not able to be with us here today. But he sends his sincere best wishes for all of the students and staff and community of Nolan and Sug Middle Schools. You know, the work of our company is inspired by Garner's life story. And it shows what really can happen when you tinker and dream, students, and really set your sights on a plan for reaching the goals most important to you. It's really a story of finding your interests, your talents, and your passions, and then figuring out how you can work really hard to make them the center of your life's work. So students of Nolan and Sug middle schools and throughout the rest of Manatee County, our wish for you is that you invest in discovering what your interests, talents, and passions are.
so you might move closer to a life and a career and maybe even a calling that helps you have the quality of life you are capable of achieving. So a message from Garner that is shared with all of the staff at Garner Holt Productions and Education Through Imagination is this: students, you who are here in this room, and to all of your peers who are not here with us today, you are the reason we are here. And what I mean is that animatronics on their own are lifeless. Certainly, they are amazing machines of technology and digital design and digital fabrication, computer, lighting, and sound systems. But without a story, they're nothing more than inanimate objects. And so the story is where you come in, students, because it will be through the stories you tell, creating your animatronic shows, that you'll bring these figures to life. And the stories you can tell with animatronics are limited only by your imaginations. And while doing this, students, you will explore a variety of careers involved in the creation of theme park animatronic shows. This includes show programming, technical lighting and sound, script writing and voice acting, digital media, costuming, and a whole range of arts applications. And you will discover, too, how animatronics are a great vehicle for bringing diverse groups of learners together from a variety of career interest backgrounds, working together on shared projects that really do foster authentic 21st century skills such as communication, collaboration, problem solving, project management. So students, let your voices be heard as you demonstrate your learning and entertain your audiences with the animatronic shows you make. We can't wait to see what you will create. And to all of the teachers who will work with this new technology, we hope you, like the students, will stretch beyond the limits of your comfort zones and try new things. I already know that's happening. Fully exercise your imaginations in creating the lessons, and ultimately use this opportunity to help your students take greater ownership over their learning. Nolan and Sugg Middle Schools, thank you for welcoming us onto your campuses and into your school communities this past week for the animatronic installations. And thank you here at Nolan for inviting us to join you in your holiday luncheon yesterday. That was a really big deal, really made us feel at home, and we're grateful. So on behalf of Garner Holt Productions and Education Through Imagination, we are happy to present Sugg and Nolan Middle Schools with autographed photographs and letters from Garner. I'm going to show you what those look like here right now. A small commemoration of today's event from Garner, and we hope you can display these proudly in your new spaces. School District of Manatee County, Nolan and Sugg Middle Schools, thank you for joining us in this important work, and we really do look forward to a long relationship together. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great job. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. I can take these back too if you like.
Thank you, Mr. Tynan, for greeting us and for speaking to us about the program and for inspiring our students. And Mr. Tynan is correct. This is really about our students, not only this year, but years to come. And we really are trying to teach you guys skills that you need to be successful in life. We don't know what jobs are out there for you because they're being newly developed each and every year. So all we could do is give you skills for you to be successful. What I'd like to do is invite Mr. Chris Robinson up. He doesn't know this, sorry. And he's going to give us a little background about the presentation that we're going to have from Sparky. And then what we're going to do is we're going to focus to the robot to your right, and we're going to have, I think it's a student presentation. So Mr. Robinson, could you come up and give us a quick little 20-second review of what we're going to see and what it took and all that other good stuff? Thank you. Mr. Robinson.
That was also very quite unexpected. So we've been working on the animatronics. Oh, there I go. We're good. Nope. Got it. Nailed it. All right, so we've been working on the animatronics now for probably the last month or so. We've been really focusing in on it. At first, that first month and a half, you know, the kids saw the robots in the back of the room, like, let's do this. And it's like, not yet. We're going to work on script writing. And they were like, no. So we worked on that first, and then there we go. And then we've, just in the last month or so, really been starting to program these. And the first little project that they started was for our haunted house. So Nolan has, our National Junior Honor Society here at Nolan does a haunted house every year. And it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. And then when they introduced the idea that we're going to have animatronics, in my head, I'm just thinking, well, our haunted house is going to have animatronics now. So it's just going to go even bigger. So this year we started small, and we actually created a little intro for the haunted house. In fact, everybody that you'll see on the screen is actually in the room, and I'm sure they're going to get very red and turn very, very embarrassed in a moment. I'm actually going to ask, we have two representatives of our class, Nick and Paul, if you guys want to come up, and I'll let you guys run the show. The best teacher is the one who doesn't have to do it. So they're going to actually run it. And in fact, one of these two is the voice of the animatronic. A lot of people don't realize it, but yeah, it's Paul. So yeah, he's the voice here. So they're going to show you how this works. And then we also have another presentation we did for our back to school night that they're going to show us how the animatronic runs.
Welcome, Nolan students, parents, family, and friends to another amazing year at Nolan Middle School. We are so excited for what we have in store for you this year. 2022 to 2023 will be the best year yet to be a Nolan Colt. Enjoy your time walking the halls and getting to know where your classes are, because here is where we will achieve in the classroom, on the field, and in any of our award-winning clubs and programs. My name is Sparky, and once again, welcome to Nolan Middle School.
Okay, so that first one was really my first attempt of, we had a training in California, and then it had been a couple months, and then we opened them up, and it's, can I do this again without having our wonderful training staff like Jordan there in front of me to tell me how to do it? The video footage there was actually done by a lot of my film production kids from last year. They used drones, they used gimbals and other camera equipment to actually get a lot of that video footage. So most of the videos in there is student created. So the next clip is where we're gonna hit the green button in just a moment, gentlemen. This is the rules and instructions for entering our haunted house. They came up with in fact, it was these two in particular who came up with the rules list and how to organize it. And then we have some actors you'll see that they actually filmed themselves on the cameras, and we were able to put it up onto our projection screens here. So without further ado, boys, go ahead and hit the green button.
Well, hi, welcome to the NJHS Haunted House. We've been working really hard for this, and here are a few things you need to know.
We're gonna go over a couple rules, at least this robot will.
Did she just call me a robot?
Please listen to the robot. The rules are very important.
God, the disrespect. I'm an animatronic, not a robot. Please be respectful to our performers. They will not touch you, so do not touch them. Please watch your language. This is a family-friendly event, and there are going to be kids here. We understand that you're going to get scared. Just don't say anything that you wouldn't say in front of your grandma. Please stay with your tour guide and do not wander off, because it will cost you an arm and a leg, literally. For your safety, do not touch anything in the haunted house. I don't know why you would want to, just don't do it. There is absolutely no flash photography or food or drinks allowed in the haunted house. Even with all these rules in place, please be sure to have a great time, and, good luck.
And once again, thank you for coming to this year's NJHS Haunted House. Meow.
I'm suffocating from my paw.
And yellow switch, there you go. So I always like the very end of the haunted house video because it's like, oh, this seems very professional. And then with the little animal paw costume they found in the room, it's like, and there's the kids again. So it's their own personal touch, but they put that together. They did the animatronic movements. That was actually the first time they'd really gotten to use it. So it was a really impressive feat. Very proud of what they were able to do. And that show did run for 3 straight hours during our haunted house. And that was one of the things that most people walked out of it saying, is like, it felt like we were at Disney World. And I was like, well, it was in a middle school gym, but close. And it worked out pretty well. So we appreciate you guys at Garner Holt for giving us the opportunity.
Great job, great job. And again, this is just the beginning stages. Don't forget, there's costuming and the different kind of clay you can do and a lot of the art part too. So we're just tapping into it, and then we're going to be expanding from then. With these grand openings, I know that Garner Holt team likes to do things a little bit differently. So what I'd like to do is invite Mr. Tynan back up to talk about our chain cutting ceremony, which will be the actual grand opening of both programs. Mr. Tynan, I'd like to invite you back up.
Thank you, Dr. Gansemer. Yeah, I'd just like to quickly comment on the shows, which were really wonderful. The animatronics are a deep well of possibilities, and so students, you're going to discover as you begin to scratch the surface, what will be revealed are opportunities that you couldn't perhaps have foreseen before you get started. And so really inspiring to see those shows. Good work. Keep it up. So yes, we have a tradition of with grand openings at Garner Holt Productions, Education Through Imagination, you know, of well, thinking about how we can elevate a ribbon cutting. How we can elevate a ribbon cutting. And so currently our best elevation is to move from a ribbon to a chain. And so we'll be doing a chain cutting this morning. And Dr. Wagner, we'd actually like to extend the honor to you, sir, of doing the cutting. And so there's going to be an opportunity for everybody up here on stage to go ahead and hold a piece of that chain and hold a piece of history here in the School District of Manatee County. And we're going to do that now. One, two, three. Yay! All right.
At this time, we'd like to close our ceremony, and we wanted to thank everybody from Garner Holt coming out today, guys. We appreciate it. We appreciate both schools attending and our special guest coming out today. We look forward to many great things, and we hope to see a lot of great productions from students from both schools, and we look to see a lot of collaboration, not only from school to school, but from one West Coast to the other West Coast. Thank you all for coming today. Have a great day.